Next up on WTV, Rising Freshman Night, Choir UIL, and the story behind librarian Chelsea Hamilton's love of books. WTV's Daily Update starts now. Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Wednesday, March 30th, and I'm Andrew Jauregui with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. As we approach the 2022 to 2023 school year, 8th graders will have an opportunity to get a glimpse at their life in high school at Rising Freshman Night. WTV's Kirthi Gumati has the details.
Rising Freshman Night is today from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The annual event is an opportunity for next year's incoming freshmen to learn more about organizations on campus. The event is primarily held in the cafeteria and allows 8th graders to become acquainted with their future surroundings.
I'm excited to walk around the school and see where all of my classes next year will be.
It is also an opportunity for organizations to find new members.
They get to hear from the student standpoint about their time in dance class or Red Rhythm. So we're excited just to meet those new students and hopefully get them into all of our dance classes.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Kirthi Gumati.
The choir is showing off their talent as a concert-based group, along with a few solo ensembles in their UIL competition today. WTV's Yashitha Deshigani has the details.
Typically, the choir sings for an audience, but in UIL competitions, they sing for judges in a performance they've been getting ready for since August.
And so we've been preparing for it all year by learning how to read music at the high school level, but then specifically for our concert pieces for this portion, we have been practicing this music since January.
Now, with just hours before the contest, Ukulele has no doubt they're ready to sing.
Full confidence. They've been working so hard. They did such a great job at their practice concert.
The contest features both group performances and solos, with a total of 3 songs performed.
So for UIL, we're doing 3 songs. We're doing Jabula Jesu, which is more of a traditional upbeat type song. Then we're doing Sie Liebten, which is a German song. And then we're doing the Song of Miriam, which is more of a slower tempoed, more softer type song.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Yashitha Deshigani.
Every day, she is surrounded by books. In fact, books are her job. But considering what her dad does, it's not surprising that Chelsea Hamilton is the school's librarian. WTV's Trinity Williams has the story.
Whether it's helping to pick out what's going on display in the school's library, offering reading suggestions to students and staff, books are librarian Chelsea Hamilton's favorite thing. It's a life she was born into as she grew up with her dad writing, which quickly led to her passion for reading.
So my dad started writing articles the year I was born, actually, so he has been a writer my whole life.
And it started way back in my first grade class, a long time ago, 1961. I had a great first grade teacher. She instilled in us a love to read.
Reading led to writing with Wortham publishing his first book in 1988 and later writing the Red River Mystery series.
And one day, it was in the early 80s, I was reading a book and it was so badly written I threw it across the room. And I said, I can do better than that. And so then that's when I started really trying to get stuff. I've been writing books back when I was in college and junior college and high school. I tried it for a long time, but my first real success was in 1988 when I published my first newspaper column.
His books can be found online or in various bookstores. But his legacy is more than what's going on the bookshelf, as he sparked a generational passion for Hamilton and her daughter.
There was never a time that we went anywhere that one of us did not have a book. My dad ingrained just deep to my core, no matter where you go, have a book with you, because you never know how long you're going to have to sit and wait. I've even passed that down to my daughter. She went to spend the weekend with them last weekend, and I think she had 5 or 6 books in her suitcase. We just always have a book. I've got them stashed in my car. I have them in my work bag. I have them in my purse. I just hoard books.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Trinity Williams.
WTV's Zain Ramani brings you this week's.
With most of the eSports team leaving due to academic and timing concerns at the end of last season, senior and high school eSports League class president Jauregui had to find another solution.
I had some people quit because, they had to study for SAT and the fact that we went 4-4, right? What I wanted was that I wanted us to practice a lot because I didn't want to go 4-4 again next season. And then some people said oh, they couldn't have the time for that. They didn't have the time for practice, right? So it was okay. And they're just off the team. It was me and Vaughn basically left. So I was like, okay, let's just make a new team. Mr. Ham allowed me to do whatever I wanted basically, where I get to control the tryouts. And I was like, okay, So I reached out to everyone I knew, every of my friends, like they knew if any good players would like try out. And I had a bunch of good players try out, like a good amount, like let's say like 7 people try out. And out of that 7, I selected probably like 6 to 5 people. 5 people would play on the main roster.
The new team's hard work and massive success led them to becoming #1 in the nation out of 600 teams and getting a video made from the High School Esports League account on Instagram, which has over 10.7 thousand followers, gaining them national recognition.
I was still pretty hyped when we were #1. You know, I was like, holy, how did we even get this far? You know, we went from being 4-4 to now like 6-0, undefeated. Like they made like they made a video over us. How we rebranded, like we restructured everything. So I was pretty happy when we were #1 seed overall. And from there on, we practiced early in December, and then in January we won the Frisco tournament. It was an in-house thing. We went undefeated overall. We beat Lebanon Trail really easily in the finals, 13-2. So I'm pretty happy with our success so far, from start to finish from last semester.
With this possibly being this team's last season playing under the supervision of Mr. Ham, the sponsor of the esports club, they're hoping to still be included in next year's lineup of teams.
Frisco, the district itself, is including classes. So Mr. Ham doesn't have the resources he has. Like he doesn't have the technology, he doesn't have the PCs or the money to actually like hold an esports class. So, but the district does, so it's at the CTE center. And even here at the school, we have an esports class, which has a couple PCs. What I hope for us and for the people I'm teammates with, obviously, is for them to still compete in tournaments. Hopefully like Frisco will like reach out to them, because overall like we've done so good, right? I want them to reach out to them because like these guys have like the best potential, I believe, out of anyone in the district or anyone I've worked with before to be the best, and like in the later future probably go pro, or if they wanted to really.
Reporting for WTV Esports, this is Zan Rahmani.
If you are looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Seniors, prom tickets are available to purchase at onlineschoolfees.com. Prom will be on April 9th from 8 to 11 p.m. at the W Hotel in Dallas on Victory Park Lane. Tickets are $80 each and will be available until noon on April 8th. Nominations for prom court are open. Scan the QR code to nominate a king and queen. Voting for Student Council President is open until April 1st. Vote by scanning the QR code below. That's it for today's Daily Update. This is Andrew Jauregui for Wingspan TV.